The world of tablets is about to change yet again, and all eyes are on Apple as we step closer to the official unveiling of the iPad Pro M5. This device has been hyped not just as another upgrade in Apple's long line of tablets, but as a transformative shift that could blur the lines between iPad, MacBook, and even pro-level creative tools. From its dual front-facing camera system to the AI-powered M5 chipset, longer battery endurance, and a graphics performance boost that gamers and creators will absolutely love. This iPad is shaping up to be one of Apple's most ambitious launches in years. If you've been wondering whether the iPad Pro is finally powerful enough to replace your laptop, whether it can truly handle high-end video editing, console-quality gaming, or if Apple has integrated enough AI tools to make your daily workflow smoother, this breakdown is for you. Stay with me until the very end, because we'll dive into price expectations, release timeline, features, software upgrades, and comparisons with previous generations to see if this is really worth your money. New era for iPad Pro. Apple has spent years refining the iPad Pro. From the early days when it was simply a bigger iPad with a few Pro features, to now when it's essentially a portable workstation, the iPad Pro has carved out a loyal fan base. But the M5 generation changes the narrative completely. This isn't just a tablet. It's Apple's most advanced expression of what future computing could look like. The centerpiece of this year's model is the M5 chipset, a powerhouse processor that doesn't just improve speed, it introduces AI-first computing. Built with professional creators, engineers, gamers, and power users in mind, the M5 brings AI acceleration cores, deeper learning algorithms, and smarter processing pipelines. This allows for features like object recognition in real time, scene optimization in video, instant transcription, and adaptive multitasking that feels completely fluid. Apple is also leaning heavily into the concept of Apple Intelligence, their umbrella term for integrated AI across devices. The iPad Pro M5 will likely be the most optimized product in Apple's ecosystem for this, giving you faster on-device processing, better security, and smarter tools for creative work. Design and build, lighter, stronger, sleeker. One of the standout updates for the 2025 iPad Pro is the refreshed design. Apple has reportedly shaved down the thickness of the aluminum chassis, making it even lighter without sacrificing durability. The bezels are thinner than ever, giving you a more immersive display experience, while the corners remain slightly rounded to maintain Apple's signature minimal aesthetic. The device will still retain its industrial design DNA, but new materials are in play to improve scratch resistance, frame strength, and overall comfort when holding the tablet for long sessions. For digital artists, this makes a big difference, especially those who sketch or design directly on the glass with the Apple Pencil 3. Another big talking point is the dual orientation front camera system. Apple has listened to creators, streamers, and professionals who use iPads for video calls. Instead of a single awkward camera that forces you to tilt your device, the new dual camera setup works in both portrait and landscape. Whether you're live streaming a gaming session, attending a Zoom call, or recording TikToks, the camera automatically adjusts to orientation for better framing. The camera system, professional on both sides Apple, is giving the iPad Pro M5 some serious imaging capabilities. The dual front-facing cameras will not only improve FaceTime and Zoom meetings, but also unlock cinematic quality vlogging, content creation, and AR experiences. Expect advanced wide-angle and telephoto options, improved depth sensors, and AI-powered scene analysis. For example, low-light video calls will look clearer, portrait mode selfies will be sharper, AR applications will gain more accurate environmental mapping, creators will have DSLR-level framing control for short-form videos on the rear. Apple isn't expected to reinvent the wheel, but the larger sensor size and enhanced image signal processor from the M5 chipset will dramatically improve dynamic range, detail capture, and real-time background separation. For videographers, the ability to shoot ProRes 4K and HDR video directly on an iPad and then edit it immediately on device using Final Cut Pro for iPadOS 26 could be a game changer. The M5 chipset, Apple's AI revolution. Let's get into the heart of this device, the M5 chip. Apple Silicon has already proven itself in the MacBook Air, MacBook Pro, and earlier iPads. But the M5 generation takes things to another level. Built on an enhanced 3nm process, the M5 chip includes AI-optimized neural engines for faster machine learning, a GPU architecture that supports ray tracing for console-level gaming, higher RAM ceilings, rumored up to 24 GB in the maxed-out model. Dedicated video encoding cores for smoother rendering in apps like DaVinci Resolve, power efficiency gains, meaning the iPad can run heavy tasks without draining battery in minutes. This isn't just raw power, it's smart power. The chip can intelligently allocate resources depending on what you're doing. Editing 8K video? The GPU kicks in at full throttle. Writing notes? It dials down to save energy. Using multiple AI-driven apps? The neural cores balance workload to keep performance steady. Gamers, in particular, will appreciate how the iPad Pro M5 brings console-grade visuals with 120 Hz refresh rates and ultra-low latency Apple Arcade support. Pair it with a controller and you've basically got a portable Xbox or PlayStation-level experience in a slim tablet. Display upgrades. Brighter. Smoother, smarter. Apple isn't overhauling the display entirely, but we can expect some serious improvements. The Liquid Retina XDR panel will likely be upgraded with higher peak brightness, better HDR support, and more efficient backlighting. Rumors suggest Apple could finally bring OLED technology to the 12.9-inch version of the iPad Pro. That means deeper blacks, richer colors, and better energy efficiency. Combined with the promotion 120 Hz refresh rate, this display will be perfect for digital artists needing accurate color, reproduction, gamers who want smooth frame rates, professionals, editing HDR video, everyday users who just want content to look stunning. The Liquid Glass UI in iPadOS 26 will also tie directly into the new display. Think smoother transitions, smarter gestures, and more intuitive multitasking animations that take advantage of the panel's refresh speed. Battery and charging. Longer, smarter, faster. One of the most consistent complaints about previous iPads has been battery endurance during heavy creative workloads. Apple is addressing this with the iPad Pro M5. Expect up to 17 to 18 hours of mixed usage, thanks to the power efficiency of the M5 chip combined with larger internal batteries. For charging, the tablet will support MagSafe 2.0 wireless charging, allowing seamless docking with accessories. Additionally, fast charging up to 50% in 30 minutes via USB-C Thunderbolt 4 is rumored. That means creators can top up quickly during a break without interrupting their workflow. For digital nomads or on-the-go professionals, this endurance and flexibility could make the iPad Pro M5 the most reliable iPad yet. iPadOS 26. Liquid Glass UI and AI integration. The software side is where Apple is pushing the most innovation. iPadOS 26 introduces the Liquid Glass UI, a completely redesigned interface that feels more fluid and intuitive. Some standout features: smarter multitasking, run multiple apps with better split screen and floating window support. Full external display support. Connect your iPad Pro M5 to a monitor and run apps like a Mac.ai-driven workflows, instant transcription, smart summarization, auto-organized notes. Lock and predict AI tools, enhanced predictive typing, calendar assistance, and intelligent file management. Improved Apple Pencil 3 features, like haptic feedback, hover recognition, and faster response. For the first time, it feels like iPadOS is catching up to macOS, making the iPad Pro M5 a legitimate MacBook. Alternative accessories and ecosystem. Apple is also expected to launch new accessories alongside the iPad Pro M5 Apple Pencil 3 with magnetic haptic feedback, Magic Keyboard 3 with better key travel and built-in function row, smart. Folio cases redesigned for MagSafe charging. This deepens the ecosystem synergy. Imagine seamlessly switching your Apple Pencil between iPad, iPhone, and even Mac, thanks to universal pairing. Price and release window. Now, the big question. How much will it cost? Based on Apple's pricing strategy, here's what we can expect. 11-inch iPad Pro M5 starting around $999, 12.9-inch. iPad Pro M5 starting around $1,299. Higher storage and RAM options could push prices up to $2,199 for the top model. The release window is projected for October 2025, with pre-orders opening soon after the official Apple event, should you upgrade. If you already own an M2 or M3 iPad Pro, this may feel like a massive leap, thanks to the AI integration, dual cameras, and Liquid Glass UI. For professionals, especially those in photography, video editing, and design, this is a no-brainer. If you're using a budget iPad or an older iPad Air, the M5 Pro will feel like an entirely new device category. For casual users, the iPad Air M3 or upcoming iPad mini 2026 might still be the better value.